This week, President Trump is officially on vacation, and he deserves it. Do you know how much effort it takes to destabilize the entire world? You don't. And for his retreat, the president will be staying at his country club in Bedminster, which is a real town in New Jersey, even though Bedminster sounds like the nickname Trump would give himself when he's relaxing. You know, sounds like he'd be like, for the rest of this week, I'm officially the Bedminister. Pence, you're the vice Bedminister. And now, unfortunately, even though Trump gets a vacation, we don't get a vacation from him. Because Saturday, he decided to take a break from his break to attend a rally in Ohio for tomorrow's primary. And what's great is that nobody invited him to the primary. He just showed up. Yeah. And I love that Trump is now just crashing campaign rallies like the Kool-Aid man. He's just, you know, a guy is up on stage making a point about fiscal responsibility and Trump just bursts through the wall like, who's ready to talk shit about Chuck Todd? Let's do it. Oh, and don't worry about the wall. Mexico will pay for it. They'll fix it. So this was supposed to be a rally for an Ohio congressional candidate, but Trump decided to cover his face with Vaseline and campaign for his friends on Fox.
MSNBC is so corrupt. It's so disgusting. So disgusting. Here's the good news. The guys that we love, right? They're blowing them away in the ratings. Hannity, Laura Ingraham, Tucker Carlson, Steve Doocy, Ainsley, Ryan, so many others. They're blowing them away in the ratings. Oh, excuse me. I almost forgot I would have been in big trouble. The great Lou Dobbs, right?
What? How is this the president of the United States? Like, he sounds like a kid saying goodnight to his favorite stuffed animals. Like, good night, Hannity Bear. Nighty-night, Tucker. Sleep tight, double deuce. Who am I forgetting? Of course, the great Lou Dobbs. Lou Dobbs, you fell under the bed, but I found you. You can't hide from the Bedminister. You can. I found you, Lou Dobbs. I found you. And you might think that was weird, but something tells me on Monday morning, the Fox anchors came into work like this.
Hannity, Laura Ingraham, Tucker Carlson, Steve Doocy, Ainsley, Ryan, the great Lou Dobbs, right?
They're loving it. But remember, this is the president's summer vacation, which means he has a lot of time on his thumbs, and he's putting it to good use.
Our top story this morning, President Trump taking to Twitter overnight to bash NBA superstar LeBron James.
Mr. Trump wrote, LeBron James was just interviewed by the dumbest man on television, Don Lemon. He made LeBron look smart, which isn't easy to do.
Really? You know, Trump calling someone the dumbest man on television is like R. Kelly singing about you locking girls up. Why is someone in your basement? Why won't you let her out? Really, R. Kelly? Really? So now, the president is beefing with LeBron. But what exactly did King James do to get the president so mad?
What would you say to the president if he's sitting right here?
I would never sit across from him. Because I believe our president is kind of trying to divide us. But I think...
Kinda?
Yeah, he is. He is. Not, I don't want to say kind of. He's dividing us, and what I noticed over the last few months, that he's kind of used sport to kind of divide us, and that's something that I can't relate to because I know that sport was the first time I ever was around someone white.
Wow, that is so powerful. Imagine going through your whole life and never realizing that there were other people out there who were so easy to dunk on. So once again, President Trump is feuding with a famous black person who dared to criticize him. And now it's got all this attention, which makes me wonder, what do I have to do? Why do you ignore me, Donald, every night I'm out here? We even wrote a book! The Donald J. Trump Presidential Twitter Library. On sale everywhere. What do I have to do? Anyway, the fact that Trump went after LeBron James wasn't that surprising. What was surprising is who came to LeBron's defense.
The First Lady, Melania Trump, contradicts her husband once again, praising LeBron James for his charitable work as her husband attacks him.
Her communications director issuing a statement praising James, saying it looks like LeBron James is working to do good things on behalf of our next generation, and that the First Lady would be open to visiting the I Promise school in Akron.
Guys, I'm starting to think that maybe Melania is not happy in her marriage. Because, I mean, this is insane. Now Melania is saying she wants to go visit LeBron's school. And don't forget, this is now the 4th time that the First Lady has gone publicly against her husband, right? She spoke out against kids in cages. She refused to stop watching CNN on Air Force One. And remember, she has been spotted hanging out with vegetables. So English may not be her first language, but she clearly is fluent in throwing shade. And this is what's happened. This is where we are. Melania Trump has sided with LeBron. And if anything, I think LeBron should return the favor. Because if there's anyone who can tell her how to get out of an unhappy relationship, it's him.